10 foods that heal your gut and stop junk cravings. They say you are what you eat, and if that's true, then maybe we need to start paying better attention to the trillions of microbes in our guts. If your gut health has been out of whack, you feel bloated all the time and you crave junk food too much, then changing what's on your plate can be an instant game changer, instead of depending on willpower alone to resist junk food. The 10 gut healing foods we'll discuss in this video will not only give you the good kind of satisfaction, they'll also nourish your beneficial gut bacteria and help repair your digestive system. Let's take a look. 1. Yogurt with live cultures. Some people do not know this, but good old plain yogurt is basically a probiotic party in a cup. Yogurt usually comes with beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium that can help rebalance your gut microbiome, giving you a healthier gut, which means better digestion, less inflammation, and interestingly, fewer cravings. The way the cravings part works is, since yogurt is high in protein, it keeps you full, and protein is well known for stabilizing blood sugar in humans, based on different studies. One of these studies particularly found that having a high-protein Greek yogurt snack in the afternoon leads to reduced hunger and less snacking later on. So there's definitely a ton of benefits in consuming yogurt. Just be sure to choose plain, unsweetened yogurt, because the fruity sugary versions kind of defeat the purpose with the amount of sugar in them. 2. Kefir. Think of kefir as yogurt's more adventurous cousin, the Supergirl to our Superman. Kefir is a tangy, fermented milk drink that is even richer in different probiotics, having up to 60+ kinds of bacterial strains and yeasts that make it a tonic for gut health. Many people who consume kefir have reported noticing improved digestion, reduced constipation, and bloating, which all tracks because kefir does help with restoring healthy gut bacteria. There is also research suggesting that kefir helps with regulating blood sugar levels and weight management, which we know equals fewer crazy sugar cravings. Fun fact, kefir is also pretty high in protein and contains filling fats, especially if you get whole milk kefir, so it is quite satisfying, and it is usually 99% lactose-free due to fermentation, so even some lactose-intolerant people can enjoy it. 3. Fermented vegetables like sauerkraut and kimchi. This is a 2-for-1 gut-healing combo. You've got sauerkraut, which is a sour cabbage your mom loves because it reminds her of the wonderful time she spent in Germany with Christoph Waltz before your dad came along. And you've got kimchi, the spicy Korean fermented cabbage dish that Uma from Kim's Convenience never let us hear the end of. Both veggies are loaded with probiotics, fiber, and vitamins containing bacteria that can colonize your intestines and improve your gut. Fermented veggies like these ones are also naturally high in organic acids and bold flavor, so they will definitely help you control your appetite. 4. Bone broth. Bone broth is everyone's grandma's remedy for everything, and it's for good reason. Bone broth is a rich soup made by slowly cooking animal bones in water. It has collagen, gelatin, and glutamine. It can help heal the gut lining, and it can help reduce inflammation. So if you've ever heard of a leaky gut, well, this is the stuff people turn to in order to patch it up. Animal studies have shown that the gelatin in bone broth can protect and heal the mucus lining of the digestive tract, and we know that a healthier, sealed-up gut lining means toxins and undigested bits are kept out of your bloodstream, which means lower systemic inflammation, improved mood and energy, and little to zero junk cravings. 5. Garlic. This pungent little food is not only a flavor powerhouse, it is also a prebiotic champion. Now, just to clarify, probiotics are beneficial living microorganisms like bacteria and yeast that provide health benefits to the gut. Prebiotics, on the other hand, are the non-digestible fibers that serve as food for the probiotics, allowing them to grow and thrive. Garlic is a prebiotic. Garlic contains special fibers that feed your good gut bacteria, giving them something tasty to ferment, which helps them survive. As with all things, it's expected that the more friendly bacteria you have, the fewer the bad ones will be. And the fewer the bad ones, the fewer your junk cravings will get. One caution though, garlic can be a bit strong for some digestive systems, so stick with small amounts of it at a time if you're eating it straight up and you have little to no prior experience with it. If you want to reduce its effect, you can saute it, but the best way to use garlic still remains using it to flavor your meals. It's a much better alternative compared to using sugary sauces or sauces that have a lot of chemicals in them. All you'll have to deal with after enjoying some garlic is garlic breath, which you would have already packed some mints for, so you're good. 6. Leafy greens like spinach and kale. You had to know leafy greens would be on this list. I mean, eat your greens is practically mom's slogan for a reason, except now we don't eat leafy greens just because they're nutritious. We eat them because we know they contain a unique fiber that directly feeds our good gut bacteria. Yep, researchers have discovered that leafy greens have an unusual sugar that only good bacteria can use as energy to effectively shut out the bad bacteria and give good microbes a competitive edge. Pretty cool if you ask us, because it means that every time you munch a spinach salad or kale smoothie, you're giving your gut plant compounds that help friendly bacteria thrive and crowd out troublemakers. 8. Beans and lentils. Beans, lentils, and chickpeas are powerhouses of fiber, protein, and resistant starch, all of which can do wonders for your gut and appetite control. Yeah, everyone knows beans makes you pass gas, and some people even run away from it for that very reason. But all of that farting is only a byproduct of the fiber fermentation happening in your gut. It's a signal that your good bacteria are getting fed. Now, besides all that, beans and lentils stop junk cravings because they are incredibly satisfying. They are high in protein, which reduces your hunger, and fiber, which fills your stomach and slows digestion. So, after a nice round of bean chili or lentil soup, you'll likely be so full and steady on energy that the idea of snacking on chips or sweets loses its appeal. In fact, research has shown that meals with beans tend to keep people fuller longer compared to equal-calorie meals without beans. 9. Nuts, especially almonds and walnuts. Nuts are like the happy marriage of fiber, healthy fats, and protein. Basically a trifecta for hunger control and gut health. Let's look at almonds in particular. A recent clinical trial found that snacking on almonds daily significantly increased production of butyrate in the gut. This is a very cool fact because butyrate fuels your colon cells, reduces inflammation, and has been linked to improved gut barrier function. So, more butyrate generally means a happier gut and possibly fewer cravings, especially since your body isn't in an inflamed, stressed out state sending erratic signals. Almonds also have the capacity to increase the diversity of the gut microbiome because almonds contain prebiotic fibers themselves. Walnuts, on the other hand, are rich in omega-3 acid and polyphenols too, which act as anti-inflammatory agents and possibly prebiotics. 10. Dark chocolate. We have saved the best for last, and yes, it is Willy Wonka's obsession. Chocolate. To everyone's surprise, chocolate can actually be a gut-friendly, craving-crushing food if you choose the right kind. We're talking dark chocolate, ideally 70% cacao or higher, definitely not the sugar-laden candy bars. Dark chocolate is made from real cocoa, which is rich in polyphenols that help your gut. And in fact, when you eat dark chocolate, the good gut bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium ferment the cocoa fibers and polyphenols into anti-inflammatory compounds, reducing inflammation in the body. Now, obviously chocolate itself is a craving, but by choosing dark chocolate, you get to satisfy your sweet tooth and chocolate desire in a healthier way. Dark chocolate has much less sugar than milk chocolate, for instance, and because it is intense in flavor, you tend to savor dark chocolate slowly and feel satisfied with a smaller amount. It is also rich in healthy fats from cocoa butter, and even has some fiber, which means it doesn't spike your blood sugar like a cookie would. In fact, eating a bit of dark chocolate after a meal can reduce the desire for more sweets because it's so deeply flavorful, and a little of it goes a long way. These 10 foods are all-stars for nurturing your gut and helping you handle those junk food urges. When you incorporate them into your diet, you'll create an internal environment where your good bacteria take charge to help your metabolism and appetite properly. With time, as you take them, you'll also notice improved digestion, more stable energy, and very few cravings in your system because your gut and brain are now synced up in a healthier way. With that, we say good luck. Here's to healthier eating and a gut that finally works with you, not against you. If you made it this far, clearly you've got good taste or too much free time. Either way, don't stop now. There are more videos on this channel that'll shock you, make you laugh, and perhaps even make you rethink what's in your fridge. So click around, binge a little, and we'll see you in the next one.